Okay, the Voyage in Dadgad. I've capoed it on the 4 because I quite like the brightness, but it's the player's choice really if you want it open. I liked it on 4. I'm going to do a bit of an intro using the chord shape that's in bars 9 and 10, which is that one. P, I, M, A I'm going to use on the bass strings here, so I can just go up and down in 3/4 arpeggios. Second bar. Second bit of that is just using that 5th string 3rd fret note. And then I'm going to get that note on the top of it. Again. 2 bars of that. 2 bars of that, and I'm going to pause there so I can bring it in where the lyric starts. I am a sailor, you're my first mate. That takes up 4 bars. So that's the chord shape you end up with there, 5-0-0-4-5. I am a sailor, sailor. So I'm going up to fret 7. Leave the finger on so the notes will cascade over each other. And to finish that bit there, I've got that chord again that I did the intro with. You're my first mate. There's my starting position there, fret 3 on string 5, and fret 2 on string 1. You're my first mate. And then a fill-in bar after that, which Christy Moore puts in at the end of all these vocal phrases. Fill-in bar at the end of the phrase. It's fret 2 there. Again, you've got that cascading effect which suits Dadgad. And put your own slides on or slurs, whatever you want to do, but I found that a hammer on there on the bass note was good. A slide from 2 to 4 there. That leads you into this the next chord there, which is 5-0-0-4-0-5. Once it's on, you've got the entire bar taken care of there. Be aware where the melody is always at the top of the texture. We started together, we coupled our fate, I think is the lyric. So the first word of that sentence is at the end of bar 5, bar 7. We coupled our fate. There's your shape again there, the 3 and the 2. Now at the end, the last 2 notes of bar 8 there, the 2 2nd fret notes, I'm actually getting that with not a bar, but with my finger just going between them, so you get them both. Enables the melody note to continue ringing over the top of that. So that's a bit of a tricky technique, but on steel strung guitars the strings are closer together, so you can do that. Okay. There it is. Then you've got the open strings of the fill-in bar using that 5 and 4 position. Next we're on bar 11 now, so you've got that shape there. String 5 fret 3 on the 1st string fret 5. Again, always be aware where the tune is, where the lyric is and amongst that, so you emphasise that over the remaining notes, which are really harmony notes or accompaniment notes. Okay, that's into bar 12 now, so 11 into 12. Bar 13. Now on the score I've put that 2nd fret of string 2 there. I've put that in there on the score because in most of the videos I watched, Christy Moore played that as a major 7th. Didn't play it myself that way, but it's here if you want to do it. So you can either 3-0-2 or 3022, using a partial bar over 2 strings. Bar 13. Right, at the end of the phrase there. Going from bar 13, I'm going to not use the major 7 here, but the choice is there if you want it. Into bar 14 there, so I'm going to use my little finger for the 5th fret note there, chiefly so I can keep it held while I deal with the rest of the arpeggio. So that's that bar 13, and then bar 14, another fill-in bar at the end of a phrase again. So you tend to get 4 bar phrases here plus an extra bar all the time. And I'm using a slide from 2 to 4. Bar 16 now, which is the same sort of major chord shape that we opened up the piece with. 5-4-5 position. And again, it goes into that. Da-da. And to get my fill in now, I'm actually right up on fret 7 and 9. Now, there's plenty of time to get down to fret 2 there. It does look as though you've got a jump between fret 9 and 2, which you have, but there is an open string in between it, so that buys you the time to do that. Yeah, 7. There it is, and then you're into a bar 18. Again, you've got everything cascaded into everything else there to get the benefit out of dadgad. And again, that 5th fret position there for the tonic chord. And the fill-in bar at the end. So again, bars 19 and 20 with the little finger, full finger. And the hammer on from 0 to 2. Bar 20 again, a hammer on from 0 to 2. Now we're going to repeat the verse, so we're back to bar 1 proper. Now if you wanted to allow for the change of syllables that the second verse gives you lyric wise, with no boat to guide us, we steered our own course, something like that. With no boat, you've got that upbeat on the word with, so you need to include that at the end of bar 20 like this. With no map to guide us or chart to guide us, whatever it was. Okay, so that's a verse which I'm doing twice, into the middle 8. Now this, on the repeat, give yourself an easier time by ending it on an open string crotchet. This is bar 20 I'm talking about on the repeat. Ending it on that open string crotchet gives you a chance to form your left hand chord, which is a bar. It's that chord. I'm barring over 5 or 6, whatever you want. 6 would be better really, because you're going to need that in bar 22. And that's my chord. The first string and the third string are barred on the 4th fret with these fingers, and I've got a bar over fret 2 there. Life is an ocean, love is a boat. Is an ocean. The chord in bar 22 is basically the same as in bar 21, but you've got a different bass note which is there instead of there, and your little finger now needs to stretch up to fret 5. So bars 21 and 22. The rest of it's just fill-in notes. Love is a boat. I've got this 4th fret bar now over 4 strings with the first finger on 1 fret above that on the 2nd string. And love is a boat, I think the lyric is. So I had to change the position of that chord so I could get the high note in the lyric there. Semi-quavers, it's a pull-off. And then you're back to that minor chord. Okay, bar bar 25, you've got another partial bar going on fret 5 over 3 strings. In stormy waters. In stormy waters. Again, listen to all that cascading. 2, 0. So at the end of bar 27, this 3rd and 2nd fret chord, which I'm then going to slide up to bar 28. In the start of bar 29, I'm hanging on to that chord for that fill-in bar that I keep talking about, which I'll put in as a trill there. So, when we started the voyage. String of string 1, 2nd fret of string 1 rather, that forms your chord for bar 30. And again, always be aware of where the picking fingers need to be. You can tell that from the tab. Usually it's up there, the 3 fingers, IMA, sometimes it's there. Occasionally, as for the intro and the ends of the phrases, they need to be there, but you'll get all that off the tab. When we start the voyage, again, that's your chord for that. On the G string there, you've got fret 2. On the top E, you've got fret 4. We started the voyage. It was. So again, you've got the 3rd and 4th quavers of that are not melody notes. They're they're part of the harmony. So allow them to be tucked away underneath the melody. Again, there's that partial bar on fret 4, which we did a few bars ago. Just me and you. And that chord you're familiar with from this mid late. And bar 34 is another, as I say, the 5th bar of the phrase again, filling in. So again, your IMA fingers need to be on these 3 strings with your thumb on the bass. Now gathered around us, we have our own crew. So again, you've got that sort of C major 7 shape. I'm going to get a hinge going on there, a hinge bar. The hammer on there. This is bar 35. Gathered round us, I'm doing as a pull off, and again my filling quavers I'm doing as a hammer on. We have our own crew. Have our own crew. And that's the end of the mid late. As you'll hear from the arrangement, I did another 1 verse at that point, followed by another 1 chorus, and at the end of that chorus I repeated the last 4 bars, or the last vocal phrase. Now gathered around us, we have our own crew. So it ends up being 5 bars, doesn't it, with that extra bar. And I sort of paused and slowed it down so the song feels like it's is indeed ending. As we call that. Slow down. The second time I sort of ended it on the different formation of that tonic chord, which will need your little finger. 5, 0, 0, yeah, 5, blank, you don't play that one. Fret 2 of the 2nd string. Okay, that's it.